Lima Yankee 1, Bravo, Whiskey Bravo, Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra, over. That's great. I have you loud and clear as well. Welcome to the International Space Station, over. I'm ready. Hello, I think I would try to pick somebody who is honest and somebody who is looking out for their fellow citizens, over. So we're coming very... I hope the weather's better, over. That's a great question. So I've been in the inflatable habitat that we have here, and it seems very steady, sturdy, and so I think it's an interesting concept, and hopefully it will continue to work, over. I think if I could go to one of the planets, I would love to go to Mars. I'm a geologist, and I've dreamed of going to Mars since I was a little kid, so I would love to go, over. Hello. Well, I've been here before, so I kind of knew what I was getting into, but for the very first time, it's just incredible when you're in microgravity, and that's something we cannot train for on the ground, over. Yeah, Lucas, we don't always agree, but we have really good communication so that if we have a disagreement, we'll talk about it and try to come to a common understanding, over. Well, we train for various emergencies. It could be if we get a hole in the space station, a fire, or some kind of an ammonia leak, and so that would be pretty extreme, over. Hello, my first time was so long ago, but I think what I remember most about it is just seeing how beautiful our blue planet looks, over. If I was not an astronaut, I would be a school teacher. That's what I was before I became an astronaut, and it was the best job ever, over. I think I would love to talk to my grandfather now that I'm a little bit older and try to get his thoughts on how his life was and his expectations. So I think I would love to talk to Grandpa, over. The thing that annoys me the most in space is when I lose something. If you don't put your tools or equipment somewhere that is secure, the next thing you know, it floats away, and then you have to spend a lot of time finding it, over. Wow, that's a great question, and I think in space things can get very, very quiet, but on the space station we always have fans and pumps running, so it's not too quiet on the space station, over. Well, we all love looking out the window and just floating there and looking at our beautiful planet, and that is probably one of the most relaxing things you could ever do, over. Luckily, I have not seen them colliding, but we do have marks on the space station and on our windows that show us that we have small particles out there, over. I think ascending is scarier because you have the big rocket engines that are firing with all the fuel, so that's quite dangerous. Where coming home is a little bit safer, over. That's a great question. We were lucky. We celebrated Japanese New Year, Russian New Year, and Greenwich Mean Time New Year. So we were able to have 3 New Years this year. Over. You know, that's an awesome question. We've had that argument. I think I need to make one and fly it, but we might have an issue with the lift. Over. I think I want a big fat cheeseburger and maybe some pizza. Over. I hear that Lithuania does a great job with the lasers, and we do have a few here on some of our experiments, but I'm not sure where they were made. Over. That's a good one. So I'm 50 years old, and so it's taken me at least 50 years, and I'm still not caught up with fashion. Over. Yo, that's great. It was wonderful talking to you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Over. It was wonderful to hear all of your cheering voices. Thank you very much. Over. All right. Oscar Romeo 4 India Sierra is over and out. Thank you.
Dir hat das Video gefallen? Dann gib einen Daumen nach oben, schreib einen Kommentar und abonniere mich, damit du keine neuen Videos verpasst. Informationen zu geplanten Videos inklusive dem aktuellen Status sowie mein FAQ und weitere Beiträge findest du auf meiner Website unter tysonpower.de. Danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Video.